than what we've just seen, mate.
Yeah, tremendous performance from Terry.
Outside 25, throwing in. Adrian throwing for the
Took his chances, scored well, finished well.
25. That's the bullseye.
And after that, I suppose it'd take a
Hey,
brave man to call this one.
Mervyn to throw first.
Mervyn more than capable, like Terry, of causing the upset. But at this stage, I think it's unlikely.
123.
One of the keys, of course, for Terry Jenkins in that game against Michael van Gerwen was the fact that he got off to such a fast start, 4-1 up at the first mini break.
I think we discussed that in our room while we were waiting to come on. If he does get a start against him, he's in with a chance, because
60.
Michael will go through streaks, and then he does miss, and then he just goes slightly off the boil. But fair play to Terry, he kept it under the cosh from the B of Bang.
I think it's the same key for Mervyn tonight in this game.
100%. Adrian will go on those streaks. We've seen him do it twice in two of his last two matches. He strung 5-6 legs together. And when he's in that mood, you do have to find a consistent range of 12 dart legs.
Had that fantastic comeback against Ronnie Hybrex in round 4. And he's got through the last 2 rounds, dropping only 5 legs in the process. 2 against Barney, 3 against Suljovic. And he's won 19 of the 24 legs in those 2 games. So he's bang in form.
Great use of the treble 18. Pressure now on King, who started this leg after hitting the ball.
43. How do you require 80?
Telling pressure as well. 80 then for Lewis. Double 10.
Game Sean,
that's been key of those streaks. That finishing.
Second leg, Adrian to throw first. Game on.
First leg against the darts for AD Lewis.
140.
And a decent start to leg number 2 as well.
140. 140.
3 140s at the start of leg number 2.
Also big boost for Terry. Puts him in the Grand Slam gym.
100.
Just look at his lack of mobility there, Merv, as he walks up from the hockey.
Yep.
And take the darts out of the board.
I think he's so aware of that. Well, he's told me that when he does make a certain type of movement, it's the pain. So he's just gingerly. You've got to remember as well, we've got a raised hockey there, so you've got to step up and step down. It's hardly running the 1500 meters, but with a backpack, it's still uncomfortable.
Well, he could do with this. The break back straight away.
Shots on.
Double 14.
93. Adrian, you require 40.
Tops for Lewis for a 2-0 lead.
Game Sean, the second leg.
Middle of the bed.
Adrian Lewis.
And potentially the difference, because Lewis had 1 dart at a double in that first leg against the darts, hit double 10. Merv had a dart at double 14, missed it.
Doing a great deal wrong, apart from those 2 small chances. Big difference in the averages. Early doors, 1-1 for Lewis. 95.70 for Merv.
137.
Just seems on a different planet at the moment, Adrian.
140. 140.
Hitting those trebles for fun. Only in the 3rd leg, and he's already had 7 visits to the hockey where he's hit 100 or more. 3 of those have been ton 40s.
And that constant barrage of high scoring will get to King. Just grinds you down. You constantly know a ton ain't enough. It's the only way, I suppose, you can call it a forced error out of your opponent, is you just do it by applying pressure.
73.
First start, he's missed it a double.
Mervyn, you require 100.
Shanghai 20s then for Mervyn King. Really needs this. Treble. Hasn't got it. Just
Deflected
off that first start.
Adrian, you require 11.
Single 3. Double 4. Double 2.
Game shown the third leg. Adrian Lewis, full flag.
Just
Adrian,
15 darts, Jim.
Game on.
Everything under 15 so far. Well, 15 or under.
Well, it was a more circuitous route that he took that time. Nevertheless, still finds himself 3 legs to the good.
His matches, recent matches, the one with Taylor, the slam, and then the one previous to that last year at the match play. 2 of the greatest games I've ever seen.
58.
Darts, the game that just keeps giving.
Adrian Lewis beat King in their 2 previous TV major knockout matches. 8-6 in the last 16 of the Las Vegas Desert Classic. It was a few years ago now, back down in 2007. And then he beat him 4 sets to 1 in the last 16 of the World Championships just over a year ago. The most recent meeting was one of the UK Open qualifiers last month. AD won that 6-1. But generally, it is Mervyn King who's had the better of matches between the 2. He's won 16 of the previous 22. And nearly 3/4 of the previous encounters between them.
Yeah, that's a convincing record.
97.
And you are aware of that.
150.
This is to hold. Double 15.
135.
Yeah, he probably, when he left his hand, he probably thought, that feels in.
Double 6. All the pressure's telling on Mervyn King. He badly needs this and gets it.
Well, what happens when that situation is, you initially walk away thinking, he won't take the 150 out. Then the first trouble goes in. Then the second you think, oh my, it's already in your head that he's going to get it. When it missed, it just shakes you up a bit.
And that was crucial. I mean,
Extremely.
Had that double 15 gone in for Lewis, it's 4-0 as it is. Mervyn King is only 1 break behind now.
Doing a similar job to what he'd done on Barneveld, that's what you'd be thinking.
139.
Still a monstrous average, 106.4. A respectable
81.
93 from Merv. As we've seen with Lewis, he can hold these kind of averages. He can stay at 106. We've seen him stay at 110 for long matches, longer matches than this.
41.
He's finishing pretty tidy so far, hitting every other dart at a double. He can stay in that kind of percentage as well.
128.
Serious. And again, he's not giving you those chances. If you're just getting outscored, but someone's not hitting the doubles in their, on their turn, you get chances.
96.
And you're averaging over 50. I think it was in the 60%. You got no chance.
94.
Well, he'll be back. He set himself up tops when he comes back. Merv back on 183. Hasn't held his own throw so far.
Just 12 darts thrown from Adrian.
135. Adrian, you require 40. Game shown of fifth leg. Adrian Lewis.
Just touched in offside that second dart. And Adrian Lewis has broken Mervyn King 3 times in that first mini session. And he's looking good for his place against Terry Jenkins in the final. 4-1 he leads after yet another blistering start.
Still be competitive. They'd effectively be having the same amount of turns at the board. But with Adrian being over the 100, it means it's all coming 15 and less, 5 visits. And the perfect example was in the last leg, Merv had thrown 15 darts and still wanted 48. It's just that one throw behind all the time.
Well, up to this point in the match, Mervyn has had the darts in 3 legs. And in none of those 3 legs has he even had a single dart at a double.
Exactly, that one throw behind. Now, if they were averaging over 100 and there was a 10-point difference in it, it could still be competitive.
57.
Because it just effectively means he's going, one of them's going out, leaving a double after 12, and going out in 13, and the other one could be, you know, going out in 15.
140.
Still waiting for the first maximum in this match. 6 ton 40s for Mervyn King.
81.
Won a couple of majors in the past, Merv. The 2004 World Masters, the International Darts League the following year. He's reached a couple of major finals since switching to the PDC, but has lost them both. The Players' Championships against Paul Nicholson back in 2010, and then Van Gogh beat him in the World Grand Prix in 2012.
Leading in that one. He was 4-2 up or 4-1 up in that one.
Lost at 6-4 ultimately.
Yep.
There
was a chance for him to put pressure on Lewis there, but didn't get himself down to a finish from 2-2-1.
140.
Pretty faultless performance so far. Oh, he's going to leave a double.
168. Adrian requires.
This is where he's been so good. He's going to get 1 dart at tops.
Only needed 1. He's ruthless. It's relentless. And Mervyn King so far has just had no answer at all.
That was a feature of his performance in the quarterfinals. His finishing was phenomenal.
140.
Well, he won the first 5 legs in 9.5 minutes against Mensur Suljovic in that quarterfinal.
100.
Bit of a hubbub going around the arena at the moment. It's the calm after the storm, really, after that extraordinary first semi-final of the night. That'll suit A.D. Lewis just fine.
100.
He ain't got to wait long, Michael. Next, he's got the Premier League, which they're all involved in, and then the match play. And then we'll be back.
45.
Viewer screens on ITV.
61.
Yeah, 3 events later in the year, the European Championships, the Masters, and then the Players' Championships back here in Minehead, all live here on ITV later in the year.
Selling that out as we speak.
Weekend of darts and accommodation for 89 quid. It's not bad. Ticket's going fast. He needs a response here, Mervyn. Hasn't held his own throw yet.
I like the place, but I think I'll stick to the Dunster Castle Hotel.
Adrian, you require 42.
Another chance to break for Lewis. Double 16. Double 8.
26.
A rare miss at a double.
Mervyn, you require 8.
Put that one in your notebooks, lads.
Game shown the 7th leg.
Ultimately,
Mervyn
though,
King,
Jim,
8th leg.
it's just a
Adrian
hold of throw for King. No real damage done.
98.
It's funny, these type of players, and you know, these sort of rat-tat-tat players like Michael Van Gogh and like Adrian Lewis, they do just tend to just lose a little bit of focus sometimes. I think they both know that they're at their best when they don't try hard, you know, and they're just letting it all go naturally.
58.
And I think the tendency is just to be too lax.
Well, that must be easier said than done. If you get yourself into a position, or the match develops, like the last one did, into a situation where the pressure is on you and you can't relax, it then becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy that you are tightening up more and more and more.
Exactly. It was something I would get myself into sort of great positions in matches, and then I would then try to raise my game again when it was not necessary. You know, all I had to do was basically keep what I was doing and hold my throw. But you see that winning line, you think, right, come on, and you try and push to the winning line rather than let it come to you.
First of the match, and it has Mervyn King's name on it. Lewis responds.
Nice buses, Jim.
Mervyn, you require 104.
Waited to the 8th leg, but anything you can do, I can do as well, says A.D. Lewis. Big grin from Mervyn King.
Not going to get a go.
54.
66 for Lewis.
Adrian,
Has
you
options.
require 66.
16 tops.
26.
Well thrown.
Mervyn, you require
Rattled the
50.
wire.
Tops has been his friend throughout this tournament. King goes for double 16 now. First time that he's been able to string successive legs together. 5-1 has become 5-3.
Mervyn, a throw
Break a
first.
throw.
Game on.
In response to a great English victory today at the rugby.
134.
I think they're winding the Welsh boys up.
I think plenty of Welsh boys in attendance over the weekend as well. They were full of it earlier.
Just full of ale now.
There's Wally. Found him.
140. Mervyn, you require 167.
Back to the rafters. Fantastic atmosphere. It will be bouncing for the final later.
127.
He's found some form in the last 5 minutes as King.
140. Mervyn, you require
15 in the
40.
last leg. Possible 13 in this.
Game shown in the ninth
Converts.
leg. Mervyn King, 10th leg. Adrian and Cooper.
Holds again. And you can see that he's coming back into it. The averages, which you remember were 10, 11 points apart pretty recently, are now less than 2 points apart. And that's because Mervyn King's has increased. Lewis's hasn't gone down too much, but next to nothing in it now.
He's winning in that department.
93.
And his finishing stats are better as well as a percentage now.
140. $58. 43.
Maybe the kind of player that gets phased by seeing a four-leg advantage evaporate.
I don't think so, not at this stage in his career.
100.
Too much experience now. Multi-major winner. Pretty much seen it and done it all.
58.
There's only one break of throat.
Yeah.
Fairness that has seen Mervyn turn a 5-1 deficit into 5-4.
85.
A little break off the back
Yeah,
of
his
this leg.
favourite to break as we go to the break. We didn't see this 10 minutes ago. Tops.
100.
Shade away.
Adrian, you require 100.
This could be a game changer. This could stop the rot.
Tops for a 107. Chance for Mervyn King to tie it up at 5. But he missed one dart at double top for Shanghai 20s. Lewis had one dart at tops, took it, and instead of it being all square in the second break, Lewis has his two-leg advantage back again. Lewis 6, King 4 in the second semi-final here in Minehead. In Minehead, it's the second semi-final. Adrian Lewis leading 6-4. Averages very similar. Checkout percentages very similar. Scoring favours Mervyn just a fraction on those ton 40s. But that last leg, leg number 10, could be the pinnacle. Both players had shots at double top. Mervyn King missed his. Adrian Lewis hit his, so it's 6-4 instead of 5-all. Keith Ella, part of our team and the Grandma's favourite, as we saw from the photos that were just being taken the last 2 or 3 minutes, cheering on Adrian Lewis, his former manager, of course.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Keith looked after AD for a while when he was looking after him when he won his first world title. There, still close, still good friends.
83.
Helps him through some of his practice routines and a bit of preparation.
Not phased by that interval in any shape or form.
Well, he'll still be buzzing from that steal in the previous leg to break his throw, or break King's throw and break his heart. He'll be conscious to want to kick on now. You've already seen that he can string them together. He did it in the first part of this match. Merv battled back well.
83 and a 60 in this leg so far from Merv, as well as the ton. Three-figure scores from AD up to this point in this leg. Mervyn again struggling to hold. 121 checkout on the cards here. The treble 17, which would have left ball.
87.
And he used the ball because if he missed the treble 20 shot, he could have possibly left a 60+ finish, which would have meant only one dart at a double potentially. Going for the ball, has guaranteed himself, well, 3 if he goes straight at it. This is awkward. He's contemplating splitting.
No score. Mervyn, you require 60.
Interesting, that one. It looks awkward from our angle, but
game starting.
nothing awkward about that.
Mervyn King, 12th leg, AD to 3 first.
So the deficit in legs is just the one. I mean, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but after that first one,
yeah, I probably, yeah, we don't really get to see what they see. Sometimes we use the other camera, which is directly over their shoulder. You can see what they see.
97.
But from our position, it often looks a little bit more awkward than what it is, which is why we We often say, I wonder why he stayed up there, but they can see a lot more of it than we can.
Elected to have another 2 darts at double 17 rather than 1 at double 16, which would have been the way he would have gone.
The fear was with that second dart was splitting. You know, going 17 and the third dart goes to waste then. His main problem, he was too accurate. He hit the ball. There's 84 left, the 25 are left 59, 19 for his preferred tops. Psychologically, sorry Jim, you'll also be aware that Michael's gone out. He wouldn't have expected that. He'd have had in his mind, right, come on, beat Merv, and then it'd be Michael in the final. So and that's no disrespect whatsoever to Terry, but that would have been his mindset.
Double 18.
138.
Close.
Grazed the wire.
118.
Loose first dart from very frustrated with himself.
36. Adrian require 18.
He has to move within 3 legs of the final.
Game shown at 12 leg. Adrian Lewis.
Important
13th leg. Mervyn at throw first. Game on.
Steering the old mate Robbie Green. The Isle of Man Open today. 114 average in the final. Well done, mate.
140.
And the wife of a player who competed in this one, Dean Stanley. His wife Lorraine also won the ladies.
134. $36.
It's never a good time for a 36. Playing against one of the top 4 in the world.
134.
Lewis taking advantage. 2 visits of 134 in this leg so far.
140.
Still a grimace on Mervyn's face, which you think is probably about his back problems as much as the state of the game.
Yeah. Just hearing he's got a bit of a rib problem now. It will all come from the back injury and in the wars.
$124. Mervyn required.
Sure, Tracy, his wife will be pampering him for the next week.
Needs this ball.
52.
Some way away. That's another opening for Adrian Lewis. 2 darts at double 16. Only needs the 1. He's 8-5 up now. Only 2 legs away.
Game on. 60.
There's only been 1 leg of the 13 that we've seen in this match so far where Adrian Lewis hasn't had a dart at a double.
60.
That's why you've got a BMW, Jim. I've got a BMX.
97.
No Muppets in this tournament, I can promise you.
140.
It's been of the highest standard.
The only mugs here is the one they serve the Bovril in.
One
of my old great mates, Sid Riddell's.
Now Maximum has put Adrian Lewis on a finish.
100.
6 darts at 164 to take him within a leg.
128.
He's in a lovely rhythm again now.
Yep.
Average
exactly
just
what it
less
is.
than 100, and of course he's not going to have that long a break before the final, which you think might be an advantage for the winner of this second semi-final.
Yeah, I do. I think he'll stay switched on. Well, with Terry, he's had time to think about what he's just done and thinking about the previous 7 finals he's played in. As AD goes within 1.
Game on.
Well, there is going to be a dramatic comeback from 9-5 down, 5 successive legs. Mervyn needs some power scoring like that 180. 4 perfect darts in this leg. Now 5. Oh, he's on a 9-darter.
And a little bit like Willie Thorne with his 1-4-7s. No one's hit more 9-darters in practice than King.
This will raise the roof. It's the only thing we haven't had this week.
Oh,
21.
Now you could almost make Lewis favourite for the leg. It's a couple of trebles. Might go around that one. Come down now. Treble 17.
43.
That's sloppy.
Mervyn, you require 120.
6 darts now for King.
$61.
Setting things up, and he hit the treble 7 rather than the treble 16.
Pressure now on this.
138. Mervyn, you require
2 darts at
59.
tops. It's not his favourite double. Prefers 16s, but
Game
he gets it in the corner.
15th leg. Mervyn King,
A bit of shoulder about that one.
Adrian at third first.
Lewis with the throw. Look at this. 180.
Finishing line is approaching. He's galloping towards it.
100.
It's his 11th major semi-final. He's won 6 and lost 4 of the previous 10. But that run about to be extended in a positive fashion to 7 and 4.
57.
7th major final awaits. 3 times a major winner in the past. Tonight, going to see him add this tournament to his CV for the first time. Double world champion in 2011 and 2012. He's the reigning European champion as well.
60. Adrian, you require 144.
For the match. Not this time, but he will.
Another
be
one
back.
of them leaves double 8.
128.
Super leg of darts to wrap it up. Got to be impressed, Jim.
140. Adrian, you require 16.
Double 8 then for the match.
Game shot. And the match. Adrian Lewis.
He got the job done again. Truth be told, with a minimum of fuss. Mervyn King clearly playing under the duress and stress of that injury that he's been suffering with. The back pain has done him no favours at all this weekend. It was a more